David, hello, nice to see you again. Dive straight in with the squad updates. Obviously, from Sunday's game, those two lads who came off early in the second half, Max and Onel. How are we looking in terms of tomorrow?
Yeah, we have to wait. We have to see. I always confident and hope, but at the minute I can't both give a further explanation. We will see how they look tomorrow.
Okay, but is it safe to say that you're not at this stage ruling them out? But obviously, by the same token, with a day almost left, you can't really say they're in your plans. But I'm just talking in terms of longer, sort of beyond. It doesn't feel like maybe it's quite as anything to be concerned about.
No, hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Okay. Josh Sargent, no reaction from his 45?
No, very positive. Looked good. Looked sharp. Came through this 35 minutes very well. Obviously, he felt that in 3 weeks' time you can lose a little bit of your fitness, but he looked good today, and he is ready to go for tomorrow.
And in terms of any of the other guys who are on duty on Sunday, no issues there we don't know about?
No, anybody else looks fine. So it looks like we have the same squad available like on Sunday.
Just away from that group, Johnny Rowe, did he get a practice game in on the Monday?
Yeah, he got some further 45 minutes. He for sure is someone which we have in the back of our head. If this will be tomorrow or on Saturday or maybe after international break, I think this will show us the next days.
And in terms of irrespective of how Sunday had gone performance-wise, result-wise, 3-game cycle this week, 2 of those away, was it in your head maybe to shuffle things around a little bit for Wednesday, just in terms of the freshness?
No, in general, I have to say that 3 games in 6 days it's a great challenge. It's a real challenge, isn't it? Obviously, it's something totally different to play 3 games in 6 days or 3 games in 8 days. But we are looking forward to it. We are prepared for it. We are excited about it. Obviously, we have to correct something what we haven't done good enough on Sunday, and this is what we like to correct immediately on Wednesday against Huddersfield, because obviously we like to show what we are capable of, and this is for sure more than we have shown on Sunday. And the squad is very critical to themselves, and they know exactly what went wrong, and now we have the opportunity to show a better face tomorrow.
And on that point, obviously, you because of the nature of how relentless it is now, you need to close down Sunderland. That's behind you now. It's all about Huddersfield, but you're talking there about players themselves have been very self-critical and understand where things didn't quite go right. You and your coaching staff, I'm sure, will have talked since Sunday and had your own thoughts. Can you distill it down for us, maybe just the key areas that you just need to be better than you were on Sunday moving forward?
To be fair, the answer is quite easy, because at the end of the day, we haven't brought the energy on the grass and the intensity. And without this, with something which should be something natural for us, what we've shown consistently in the past, was off on Sunday. This is what we missed, and without this, we are not as good as we can be. This is quite easy, and this is exactly what my and our expectation is to ourselves, that we show again the energy which we've shown in the past, and then obviously I'm pretty sure we can perform on another level.
And as you say, and we know the style of football you want to play, that energy, that intensity, they're non-negotiables. You need those in your game, don't you? But I mean, what do you make of Tony Mowbray after the game, and Burnley when they came here, that they're maybe looking at how you set your teams up and feel maybe they can get some joy with those high presses? But are we getting a bit carried away with the tactical sort of minutiae of that? Ultimately, it's about you've got your style of play. The players know what it is. They just need to carry it out better. And if you do that, then whatever teams are going to come and try and do, you'll be able to counteract it. It's about you and your team rather than what the opponents are doing.
To be fair, every manager can have his own thoughts how he like to set up his team, like we have. Sometimes it works out, sometimes not, tactically wise. But what can't be the case is that we are not on our best in terms of the energy and the intensity. And this was what we missed on Sunday. And We've spoken about it honestly. At the end of the day, there are humans. It happens, should not happen, but it happens. And then it's all about looking forward to the next channel. Respect and accept your disappointment for a couple of hours or maybe even more, 24, I give everybody. But then it's all about looking forward. And this is exactly what I always said. We can't get carried away by our results in a positive or in a negative way. But we have to be honest to ourselves and discuss and speak to everybody what went wrong or good. And this is what we always have done, how we always treated our team. And this is exactly how we will do it in the future as well. So, yeah, wasn't on our best Sunday, deserved defeat. Can't change it. What we can change and what we can influence is tomorrow, Huddersfield away.
One aspect I want to ask you about, I mean, you're not stopped, even if you wasn't happy with how you played performance-wise, you still created plenty of chances, as you have done every game. You've scored plenty of goals as well, but within that, any slight concern, your strikers, I think it's 3 goals in your first 2 games here from those 3 players. Since then, maybe 1 goal. We know there's been injury issues with Josh, with Timu. Adam, we know he's had that issue all season, he's only just coming back now. But is there anything that you look at there and concerns you slightly, or you need to focus on at all, or is it just it's just one of them things? You know, they're good players. As you said when you first came in, you've got 3 strikers who at this level are going to score goals.
I totally understand where your questions come from, but to be fair, I think we create enough chances. We scored enough goals so far. I think it's an absolutely strength if you can score goals from different positions. If it would be different, you would ask me maybe the question, why do you don't score from other positions, only from your strikers? So they scored already, they will score in the future. This is not a shadow of a doubt. Maybe tomorrow, nobody knows, hopefully tomorrow. So I have every trust and belief in not only the strikers and every player that he is able to come in a position to score and then convert opportunities as well. This is what they've shown. And as soon as we come to our best in terms of what I said at the beginning, this energy and intensity, we will have our opportunities, and then there will be the moments where we can score as well.
Obviously tomorrow is Huddersfield. Now we know your loyalties and your focus is Norwich. That's obvious, but we also know what a special period that must have been in your coaching career, really. The launch pad almost for what's happened subsequently. I'm just intrigued. I mean, I'm assuming it's the first time you've taken a side back there competitively. Have you been back at all since you left 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah, I was there. I think it was last August or September. The chairman invited me to come to a home game where it was against West Brom at home. Obviously, it was nice to be back, to be there, to spend a couple of days in Huddersfield as well. It is something what was extraordinary journey for all of us. Obviously, this stays for my whole life, for our whole life. It's a good football club, good people, good supporters as well. So I liked every single second I was there. And obviously, after tomorrow, after the whistle, I wish them the very best for the future.
Yeah, and as you say, they need it because they're in quite a sticky situation now down the wrong end of the table. Games are running out. Is it from a distance? I know, again, your attachment is to Norwich now, your affinity is to Norwich, but is it sad to see them struggling at the wrong end of the Championship?
To be fair, I don't like to give any comments on them because I think it would be unfair after what I experienced there, and obviously everybody can see where they are at the table. This is why I don't like to give any comments. I'm too far away. I don't have any knowledge inside what's going on there. This is why I don't like to give any comments on this.
But very, very experienced opponent tomorrow night in the dugout in Neil Warnock. There was that clip, I think, that when he came into your press conference, doesn't he? Do you remember that time where he sort of, I don't know if he had a coach to catch or whatever after a game, and that you're not a man for social media, I can see by your face, but that's quite a famous clip where I think you might have been doing your post match and he's come in and wanted to basically get in and get his press done and head away. But I mean, that's his character, isn't it? He is, as he's proven down the years. But despite having that exterior, I think he's got 7 or 8 promotions on his CV. So as a manager, he's a fantastic manager, and the length of time he's been in the game shows you that, doesn't it?
To be totally honest, I don't know what you are speaking about, but this only shows how.
I'll have to show you the clip.
Yeah. But this only shows how many press conferences he has done when I can't remember about this press conference if it was so unique, or maybe I was still in the tunnel because it was an interesting period which we had. I have no clue. Obviously, I know him. His CV speaks for himself. I met him a few times in the dugouts. So, but this is as well not my focus.
What type of game do you think tomorrow? Will they just try and make it very difficult because they are very similar to the Wigan game recently? Away from every point now they're scrapping forward is going to be very intense type of game. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, I think, or I know that tomorrow there will be no surprises. We know exactly what we can expect from them. I know exactly what I can expect from the circumstances up north in Yorkshire. We know exactly how Neil Warnock sets his teams up, so there will not be surprises. So we are prepared. We know what to do, and now it's up to us to execute it right, to make it right, and to stick to ourselves and perform on our level.
Yeah, and ultimately is that very much again the message now? It's just performances. Forget about tables, points, whatever. I know you keep saying that, but very, very much internally at least, just reinforcing. Look, if we get the performances right, the rest will take care of itself between now and the end of the season.
This is exactly how it is, and as you said, I said this the whole time, and every game, every weekend, it shows that this is the only thing. Or only case in how I think you should set up, because anything else costs you energy, wastes your energy, you get driven away. Make sure that you perform on your best level, be focused on yourself, and if you do, you will collect points and get your results and your reward as well. If you don't do, you are in trouble, like we've seen, but we have seen as well. If we do, we are more than capable of to cause problems every opponent, and this is exactly what we like to do. We like to make it uncomfortable for them, and like to make sure that we win tomorrow.
Yeah. And just a final one, away from the game, that Scotland have confirmed Angus is in the squad. I'm sure that's not news to you. Just your thoughts on that, but it's quite interesting. I mean, you'll put me right, but he's obviously come through with England, and now he's switched allegiance, and had a little look earlier today. And did you play one or two games for the 21s for Germany, and then went on to win a few senior caps for the US? So there's a little bit of a parallel there, would you say?
Yeah, the difference is that Angus is a much more better player than I am. So no, but I know where you come from. So it was a similarity for me. So I played for the youth for Germany. Obviously, without any chance to get a call up as a German international for the A team, and obviously then there popped up the chance to play for America, and for me then I wanted to grab this chance, play international football, get this experience. I haven't spoken with Angus in detail what his thoughts are, but for sure to play international games for a country. Maybe with a chance to play a big tournament as well. So big credit to him. I know that, and I've seen in every training session that he deserved it. I think Scotland can be very happy to have him now in their national team, and I really wish him and Scotland the best for everything what is in front of them.
Yeah, just on that point, as I say, you probably wouldn't have known him too well before you came in the building. Obviously, you'd have known of him, but now you're working with him on a daily basis. You really feel he's got that international pedigree. He can go on and have a very good career at international level. He's got all the ability you need as a top class keeper.
I think he has everything. And if I look back and look on his last 5-6 weeks. He has made massive improvements since I'm here in the building. So he looks very mature, very calm. He rushes nothing. Obviously, he makes great saves as well. Have kept clean sheets and wins as well. So I'm very happy with him and his performance, which he have at the minute. Hopefully, he will continue, and there is not a shadow of a doubt that he has everything to do, and obviously then this would be the next step for him. So I'm happy for him. I'm very pleased for him and his family. I'm happy for us as a football club as well, that we have a further international in our squad, and then we see what the future brings.
Thanks, David. Good luck to him.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paddy.
All right, well.
Jack, should we jump next door?